So today, make the decision. This is where it ends. The fear ends. The struggle ends. The failure ends. And a new you begins. Success doesn't begin with talent, resources, or even intelligence. It begins with a decision. A moment where you say, enough is enough. This is where it ends. This decision is the turning point, the defining moment when you refuse to let your past dictate your future. It's not about waiting for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, or for someone else to come and change your life. It's about realizing that you have the power to make the change yourself. Think about the story of the prodigal son. He had wasted everything. His inheritance, his opportunities, his time. But the moment his life turned around was not when someone rescued him. It was when he said to himself, I will arise and go back to my father. That was his decision moment. He made up his mind that he was done living beneath his potential. Just because something is ending doesn't mean it's easy. When a seed is planted, it has to push through the dirt before it reaches the sunlight. Some of you are in that pushing season. But don't give up. God is about to bring you into a season of favor, but you have to trust the process. Just because something is ending doesn't mean it's easy. When a seed is planted, it has to push through the dirt before it reaches the sunlight. Some of you are in that pushing season. But don't give up. God is about to bring you into a season of favor, but you have to trust the process. So today, make the decision. This is where it ends. The fear ends. The struggle ends. The failure ends. And a new you begins. Think about the story of the prodigal son. He had wasted everything. His inheritance, his opportunities, his time. But the moment his life turned around was not when someone rescued him. It was when he said to himself, I will arise and go back to my father. That was his decision moment. He made up his mind that he was done living beneath his potential. A student who has been failing class after class can turn everything around the moment they decide this is where it ends. No more distractions, no more excuses. I'm going to study, I'm going to learn, I'm going to pass. A person struggling with fear can break free the moment they say, this is where it ends. I refuse to let fear control me anymore. Friend, when you declare this is where it ends, you're not just closing a door, you're opening a new one. A door of opportunity. A door of success, a door of purpose. Walk boldly into your destiny. Hold your head high, knowing that the best is yet to come. Maybe in your life, you've been stuck in a place where you feel like you're not enough. Maybe you've struggled with thoughts like, I'll never be successful. I'll never finish my education. I'll never break free from this addiction, this toxic environment, this failure. But let me tell you today, the moment you decide that it ends, everything changes. You see, most people don't fail because they aren't capable. They fail because they never fully commit to change. They want success, but they also want to hold on to old habits. They want a new future, but they refuse to leave behind what's been holding them back. That's why decision is so powerful. When you decide that something ends, it means you are letting go of what no longer serves you. We often underestimate the power of one decision, but history is filled with people who changed everything with one defining choice. Nelson Mandela decided that injustice in South Africa had to end, and he committed his life to change. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times, but he decided that failure was not the end. Every great leader, every success story, every transformation started with someone drawing a line and saying, this is where it ends. What is it in your life that needs to end? Is it self-doubt, procrastination, fear of failure? Whatever it is, You don't have to wait for a sign. The power to change is already within you. But it begins with a decision, an unshakable commitment to a new path. When you decide that the struggle ends, that the excuses end, that the negativity ends, God steps in and
Many
opens
times the
doors
greatest
you
battle
never
we
imagined.
fight
Is not against circumstances, people, or external challenges. It's against the thoughts in our own minds. What we believe about ourselves shapes our future more than anything else. If you believe you are limited, incapable, or unworthy, then no matter how much potential you have, you will always stay stuck. But the moment you decide to break free from limiting beliefs, everything in your life begins to shift. Think about a baby elephant that is tied to a small stake in the ground. When it's young, it tries to pull away, but the rope holds it back. Over time, the elephant stops trying, even though it grows strong enough to break free easily. It has been conditioned to believe, I can't escape. Many people live their lives the same way. They have heard things like, you'll never be successful, you're not smart enough, people like you don't make it in life. These words become the chains that hold them back, not because they are true, but because they have believed them. Limiting beliefs are dangerous because they are invisible prisons. They make you settle for less when you were created for more. Maybe you've told yourself, I'll never be good at math, or I'll never be confident speaking in front of people. The problem isn't your ability, it's your mindset. What you believe becomes your reality. If you constantly say, I can't, your brain will find ways to prove you're right. But if you shift your mindset and start saying, I am capable, I am strong, I am learning and growing, then your actions will start aligning with that belief. Think about the story of Moses in the Bible. When God called him to lead the Israelites, Moses' first response wasn't confidence. He said, who am I to do this? I can't speak well. I'm not the right person. His limiting beliefs almost stopped him from stepping into his destiny. But God didn't see Moses as limited. He saw him as chosen. And once Moses shifted his belief and trusted in God's plan, he led an entire nation to freedom. Education and knowledge are powerful tools for breaking limiting beliefs. The more you learn, the more you realize that you are not stuck. You are not defined by your past, your mistakes, or what others have said about you. The world is full of stories of people who were told they would never succeed. People like Albert Einstein, who was told he wouldn't amount to much. Or Oprah Winfrey, who was told she wasn't fit for television. But they refused to believe those limitations, and today they are proof that you are only as limited as your mindset allows you to be. If you've been carrying beliefs that keep you small, today is the day to let them go. Challenge every thought that says you can't. Replace it with, I can, I will, with God's help, I am able. The moment you break free from limiting beliefs, you step into a life that is bigger, brighter, and full of possibility.